Greetings
Sorry,
to
Mom.
all in creation. I'm Aurora, mother of
I know this is
creation,
difficult here.
and I'm here with the latest. So
I found your deposit.
this here,
That's right. All that money transferred.
that's the rep for
Routinely
Prince William.
and discreetly.
That's for the Robert
To Ted
guy.
Price. Liam. You had him killed,
And then
didn't
that's Jima Tabrawi
Hey, Ted
Kedden,
Price.
married
He was stuck on that
Charles,
island until that psychotic
the son of Forsyth Kedden.
My father.
Both of them,
Then you
both the
have proof
Jimas
of
were
it.
in the
Have the
palace.
bank transfers.
And the only Jima that wasn't is Jima Kuri, the actual
ahead.
daughter of the Charles,
Tell me I'm wrong.
whom they want to equate me
You're
with
wrong.
if I don't accept
I
the
did
pledge
pay Ted
tonight.
Price. But not to encourage
But they might have
his
changed
rampage.
things.
I was trying to help him.
Lie.
So to say,
He lost his wife in service to this family. I felt horrible about
I'm
it.
gonna pause because this
I tried
is
to make
very
things right. I
important
reached out to him.
to get
I
it
tried to
right.
provide for his future, for Ophelia
So
future.
the
Unlike you, who
Archangel Michael is the commander of the cops and the armies. He's chief operating intelligence services. He is the leader of the armies. So he's stationed at the castle, at the royal palace. He has history with Jima Tabrawi, who has my Aurora face, and all the Michaels of my life, he sent them to me. So he's in charge of all those legions. So the first Michael, who said he would take me out next week and he wouldn't take no for an answer, and I ended up dating him two years or more. Then the Archangel Michael in Shasta, who kissed me in meditation as a courtship, and then the Michael Iaquinto, hence the Jasper Cop Station with the CJ situation. What's CJ? That's Charlie shot Jesus in Gardens Unit 3, and then Charlie stole my tote, put the gun that it shot Jesus by in it, and Paul Adam talked to me. And they have a Charles Charlie link up, whereby if by a certain moment I do not see any of these beings, or accept to marry them as whatever I am not, because I have to accept that since I don't have sight, I must enter their game or I will die. But try to tell that to my night self. Knowing myself, I already know I'm Harakiri type. I will take a bullet. I will finish the planet for my cause. So I don't know their pact tonight and what they are planning, what they are not. But now that Archangel Michael is in the mix, he might be taking some serious steps, because he's very powerful. And now that his agenda is already called out on him before he was able to put it into practice, which they might have thought that I wouldn't get to that level of consciousness before they took action. So they're inventing a bunch of things at my tent up now. There are. I have a tampon. Good news. I'm not sure though. Well, just because I don't know that I want to wear my cup. I mean, it's great because it forms the kegels, and then it makes it feel good in there and clean, instead of feeling like gooey with remnants of tampons and strings, and change the tampon so many times. This thing, you keep it, but then it keeps you real, because then you know what it's like on your inside, and then you know your grail, and you know what you've been putting into it and what's coming into it from the outside, and what it's given out, and what it's engendering. And I'm not in very much favor of my lineage's habits to engender surrogates for original sin and original cause, and the original Mary, with the twins that didn't disclose of Emmanuel and Jesus being two separate entities, which cost her this time all the children of Anne in there, which is highly disgusting if you think about it. For somebody who was stabbed by a woman, somebody who was humiliated by another feminine that was a guy, to have to put in their tummy the fruit of the fake love of the man they love and that murderer, and engender and carry that as a carrying cow with no consideration that she even might be saintly human and or anything, and then having her take decisions on top of that she wasn't at the level of making after what they put her through to begin with, and the way it hurt my life. And the way they can't understand from a non-constitutional perspective what freedom is. Because liberty is not that. And if you can't be that, you can't grow into it. It's not an acquired taste. It's not a Pavlovian experience. Just like if I say the number 10, boom, Mio shoots. If I say it did it. It just put a bomb right there. They are like debile puppies, and I don't believe that it is the role of the United States of America to engender that, raise that, have to tolerate it, have to train it amongst us. To come here, people have had to do a lot of work. Even the slaves that were shipped here, these people came just on the excuse of raping me. It could have been anyone raping me. That's not fair. Why do people respect them as if they're better than you anyway? You could have raped me since you were a child. Look where you would have been instead of where you are now. If you're a cashier in a store and they're paying you $50 for a crack and to fuck them, you would have been the one paying someone else. But what is that doing for anyone? Your hierarchy and your systematics and your communal accord on your behavioral aptitudes. That is unacceptable. So I'm very grateful for the re-entry of that force into the field. I don't know why it's going very deep. It's as if I know their face so well. I've never really been around them too long or seen them too long, but I know very well where they used to live and what they used to drive. Don't call me vain, but he was a cute guy. And he just drove around in a hot car. And he went to church over Easter and stuff where I used to go. And I'm not very sure about his history of relationships. I didn't follow up with him a lot. But now I know. Now I know what's up. And then... See, I don't know why they would invest so much personnel and security over people who are really... Nobody cares what happens with Jima Tabrawi. I mean, I'm the sacrifice and they just... it's very hypocrite of a planet. Now another, loud bomb, Jima Tabrawi somewhere. See, this is not lasting. This is just the paint on my hair. It's stuck on my skin. It'll take a few days before it washes off. Just like this will wash off. This is not permanent. So, as I said, it's just to bring down some Christ consciousness codes. Because that's the frequency. I don't know. I just want to wish a great evening for the Galactic Confederates. And I know the Galactic Federation have a mental, fixation over this topic. And they all know by now about their several reptilian form. And they're playing in that field like, oh my God, you can also become... Hippopotamus. Oh, how cute. oh, and then they start to take that to other proportions, and they start to analyze that. Yeah, we are the blue aviation race of the cat, cat alien, and then they start to give it names and then relations, and they start to have a story about it. And if you're not part of it, then you're not one of them. No, no, no. I'm not. Of course, I'm not one of you. I didn't do original sin. That's not a shame. That's not something mockable. I'm not ever going to be one of you. I'm never going to go that direction. I'm going another way. So for the Jasper situation, and now sujet clos, and for you to know that Jasper chick, the only chick that when I was going to faint, like when I was going to go to the dark side, she looked at me and I didn't go. It was the only time that I didn't go there. So that's certainly indicative of something. All these synchronistic events, the fact that from the Jima Tabarawi number I called AAM first, and then the fact that I do these discoveries right now. So he got bombed, possibly by Jima Tabarawi or Karen Kazan. And they have a whole cult around it. They have a club situation. They have they invented stories about their own love stories. Like, say, when Shafo didn't buy flowers to Karen, he made it a song. I should have bought you flowers, because then somebody else picked it up on the road. And then they make a song, and then they all their fans go and they sing the song for them, because they're not like the Taylor Swift people. They're the people that went through the war, and their friends know how that feels. And like when they go through a relationship, everybody feels like, oh no, they're breaking up. I should have bought you flowers, and they all start to empathize with each other, and like give each other pet trips, like, oh, you're my brother. And they walk around with guns, and they go in the club with cocaine and stuff like that. And I have nothing to do with these people. I am the trippy element. If I go, I'm on another wave. I don't fuck with them that way. So it's always been very different. I always related to them in different ways. I used to have repertories on how to relate to them, on which one did what to me, and how to harvest that energy the best, and not to, I never tell my girlfriends about that stuff, like, oh, let me tell you about that, and this. No, I kept things to myself and whatnot. I didn't really have a confidant. I was my own everything, and I still am now, more so than ever, on many more dimensions than ever.